violence, reach out to them. Let them know that they're not alone. The other problem I can see that caused grief and violence and abuse in my life was poverty. We live in a lucky country, but look around. There are families all over Australia struggling to put food on the table or to keep a roof over their children's heads. Yet we allow our governments to cut spending on schools and on healthcare for families that need it most. I don't want to stand on a soapbox and preach or take sides with any political party here, but we need to reach out to those families less fortunate than we might be. If we ignore these social issues, they'll get worse. Most people who grew up like I did grow up with problems just like I did. I was lucky to get to that point in my life where I had the chance to deal with some of these problems. There were many times I thought I wasn't going to make it. There are a lot of us who don't make it. Our jails are overcrowded, and the suicide rate, particularly among our young people, is way too high. These are cries for help that no one's hearing. We have to listen. People all over this country are suffering. You don't have to read my first book to read this one, but if you do, it will explain a lot of things. From the time I was born until I was 17, the building blocks of my life were never that strong. I had no role models to speak of, except my stepfather, Reg Barnes, and by the time Reg came along, I was already damaged goods. My adult life, and I do use the term loosely, was spent crashing through life, waiting to fall. Some of you will recognize me at this point because, unfortunately, I did most of this in the public eye. It's all there for everyone to see. I couldn't leave my childhood behind. It was too painful to forget. So I built a life around the mess I was left with. I stumbled around in the dark trying to make sense of what I was dealing with, falling flat on my face most of the time. And when I found my feet again, I ran until I hit another wall. My life has been an adventure, to say the least. Along the way, I found the love of my life, and we had a beautiful family. But I almost let them slip through my fingers so many times. I flirted with death regularly. Almost every night, I stared into its eyes and never learned a thing. In my first book, I faced the damage that a broken home and a broken heart can bring. In this book, I face the impact that a childhood like mine can have on a man. Don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming anyone for any of this. We all do the best with what we have, but here, the blame rests squarely on my shoulders. The book picks up where the last left off, in the back of that truck with my newfound family, cold chisel, as I ran from my past. I've retraced my rampage through the 70s and 80s, into the 90s and the new millennium. I've had incredible highs in my life, but there were despicable lows too. My childhood has affected everyone I ever came in touch with. My wife, my children, my friends, and the people who listen to our music. In the end, I asked for help. I used to think that if someone asked for help, they were weak. But the toughest thing I ever did was reach out and ask for help. And that was when I started to heal. It took courage. I will no doubt make more mistakes in my life, but not like before. We all make mistakes. We all have problems. It's how we tackle these mistakes and problems that define us. Good luck. You're not alone. If you or someone you know is in need of crisis or suicide prevention help, please call Lifeline on 131114 or visit www.lifeline.org.au/get-help. This second book covers a lot of time, from 17 up until now. I've written about what I felt was most important to me. There are a lot of people whose paths have crossed mine along the way. I couldn't write about you all, but you've all helped me in one way or another, so thank you. I hope that knowing me hasn't held you back. There are a few out there I wish I'd never met, but I try to be philosophical. I drank, smoked, and snorted my way through a lot of this life and asked you to cut me some slack. I've tried to remember what happened, but of course some of it's a bit hazy and blurred. I've also tried to bear it all, the truth, warts and all. There are a few things I've kept close to my chest because they're no one's business but mine. I hope you understand. Lastly, I don't think I'm finished yet. I love life and will try to love and laugh for many years to come, in which case, maybe you'll see book 3 in a few more years. I'm not slowing down. Prologue, Auckland, 2012. I'm alone in the darkness. With my eyes squeezed shut, I scream. Ah! It comes straight from the darkest depths of my soul. My heart is pounding. I can feel the blood rush.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.